Good morning, everyone, from Paradise in Thailand. Today is potty training day. Yeah, it's clickbait. You're probably not going to learn anything, but we're going to train anyhow. First off, let me say I am not a plumber. I am not qualified at anything. Just my experience and things I've learned over the years and things I've observed over the years. YouTuber Greg, American in Thailand, had a lot of problems with his toilets after his professional home building crew out of Bangkok finished his house. I will put a link at the end of this video to his channel and his video where he talks about the problems he had with these toilets and how his contractor mounted those toilets. And I knew there's been problems with them before, so I was going to address it anyhow. When he came out with his video, I just said, okay, I got to do something with this, right? Okay, so here we have a 4-inch pipe that goes right out to the septic system. This is the pipe that the toilet will drain into. First let me address the problem that Greg had. Greg's builder come in and did a very shoddy job of sealing the toilet to the pipe and mounting it to the floor. And I'm not going to give away all the details of his video, because I do want you to go watch it, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff to learn in that video. But I will put a link to that video at the end of this video. So first, let's walk through what I'm going to do. First, I want to show you this. This is a toilet flange. I got this off of Lazada. I don't see these very often in the videos in Thailand. Again, I'm not a certified plumber, but this, in my opinion, is the proper way to mount a toilet to the floor. Basically, you have 4 screws. As you can see here, they're held down by anchor bolts, and we'll go through this in a minute. And then there's key slots here. Basically, these bolt heads go through the key slot, slide over, and you bolt your toilet right to this after this is attached to the floor. So, in Thailand, for those of you that don't know, they tend to put a very, very thick mortar bed under their tile. In the West, I would always screw this right down to the floorboards through these holes and then tile right up to the edge of it to make sure that I was never contacting the toilet and pushing up on the toilet at all. The instructions aren't in this one. But if you look at the drawing in the instruction with this flange, it shows it sitting right on top of the tile, so that's what I'm going to do. And I also mentioned, this is, I believe pronounce it Kodo or Kato. Very, very common, very popular, reputable brand in Thailand, probably all of Southeast Asia, because I have seen it in other countries as well. Get these off Lazada. So what's going to happen is they're going to come in and they're going to tile this up to whatever level. It'll be pretty thick. Then I'll have them cut the pipe off flush with the tile, and this will set right down inside of there. Before we set it in there, there's a wax ring. In the West, they don't use these. It's a little different. It's the same system, but it's sealed a little differently. There's a wax ring that goes on here. You'll set this down on the pipe. That wax ring will seal it to here. Once you get that down there, you'll stick your bolts in here to hold your toilet. And you want to make sure you line these up because the bolts are usually on the sides of the toilet. So make sure these keyholes are lined up so that the long lock part of the keyhole is on each side of the toilet, so they can drop the bolts in and rotate them over. And those slots allow you to turn your toilet a little bit to get it lined up before you tighten it down. So we got this cut off, we got this bolted down the floor. These come with a second wax ring, and this is what we use in the West everywhere. This wax ring, it's kind of out of shape because it is wax, will sit right in this groove right here. So we'll cut this off, we'll put this down, we'll fasten this to the floor with these anchor bolts. Once that's down on the floor, we will take these 2 mounting bolts, we will stick them in the keyholes, take the wax ring, put the wax ring on there, and we'll gently set the toilet down on top of those 2 bolts. This wax ring will squeeze out and seal the toilet. With this particular system, you have a wax ring here, so it's sealed top and bottom to this pipe and to the toilet. And when you see Greg's video, you'll know why this is important. They're toilet flange on Lazada. They're not cheap, but 100% worth it. And I didn't even ask my builder about it. I ordered them and I brought them in and I said, I've got these. I want these on my toilets. He looked at me like he always does, like I got 3 eyeballs. It's just going to be mandatory for me. You do what you want. And again, I'm not a plumber. This is just my advice to you. I also advise you to make sure you go watch Greg's video. American in Thailand does a very good job, but you will see why this is so important. Thanks for joining us. Paradise in Thailand, potty training.